Specialization has been a very powerful multiplier for individuals since the beginning of humanity. Warriors, farmers, cooks. We've taken this to the absolute extreme in the modern age. We have Salesforce administrators, corporate tax lawyers, gynecologists. Gosh, how many other medical specialists can you name today? I want to present a thought exercise while some of that might be starting to change in the modern age and why you might want to start getting ahead of it. What I'm talking about is being a generalist. And the way this is really changing is obviously AI, specifically AI agents. How familiar are you with AI agents? They're coming. In fact, a group are working on agent.ai right now, something you can check out for free. Follow the link. We've seen how AI is very good at specific tasks that it has strong data about, right? Math, for example, is an extension of this. AI is pretty good at programming. If you haven't checked out the most recent strawberry example that ChatGPT just put out last week, mind-blowing stuff. It's already programming video games that look like they're from the late '80s, early '90s. So my question for you is how important is specialization gonna be when an AI agent can do specialized jobs better and faster than any human possibly can? It's coming for white-collar jobs, there's no doubt about it. So maybe you aren't a doctor who stayed in a Holiday Inn Express last night, but think about how you could also use an AI agent to help you identify and understand a sickness that you have. You can ask it a series of questions and quickly and pretty accurately diagnose what sickness you probably have just as well as any teledoc could do, right? A lot of people have started using WebMD today now. Imagine that, the next iteration of that turbocharge. That's the kind of stuff that these agents will be able to do. Very specialized skill set on specialized knowledge that it could be very, very accurate on. That's what's coming. And when you start tearing these things together, you could do lots of complicated things. But I still think you're going to need that individual, that human, that well rounded person to trust and verify and to make sure that it's not hallucinating. But to do that, you're going to have that well rounded knowledge. Being able to know that glue is not a good ingredient for pizza anyone would want to eat is just the beginning of this, right? Today, I use ChatGPT to help me do things like planning my trimming of plants in my garden or ask it questions about composting. I can ask it about an issue I have with my truck, and it can kinda help me understand what could be the causes, why it's doing this, what that knock might be, for example. I even use it to turn these videos into written blog posts that I can then proofread and crank those things out faster for you guys. In all these cases, though, I'm still the one verifying the output and making sure that the final product is good and clean and understandable and valuable. We shouldn't trust AI to do that anytime in the near future. So, with that said, I want to talk about a few of these well rounded skills and the point here of why being well rounded is going to be more important than ever before. And while specialization's been great to get us here, I think it's going to become less and less valuable because the AI agents will be able to handle the specialization. First of all, human creativity and emotional intelligence. AI excels at data processing, but human creativity, empathy, and emotional intelligence are irreplaceable for innovation and building meaningful connections. Adaptability is going to be super important in a rapidly changing world. A well rounded person can better adapt to the fast pace of technology change to integrate new skills for things like AI. Interdisciplinary thinking, combining knowledge with multiple fields, the arts, science, business, allows a person to see patterns and opportunities AI will miss. It leads to better problem solving and innovation. It allows you to connect the dots from these very specialized things. It's going to become super important and valuable. Ethical considerations and moral judgment. Another thing a well rounded person will have is a deeper understanding of ethical dilemmas that AI might pose. It helps you ensure responsible decision making in tech driven environments. Cultural awareness and global perspectives. A well rounded individual understands cultural and society context, which are vital in a globalized world where AI systems may lack the nuanced understanding needed for diverse communities, right? These models are only good as the data we're trained on, and we've seen how that could be used for our benefit and also for our downfall. Context is crucial, and cultures are very different. And one thing can mean one thing in one culture and exactly the opposite in another. And having this awareness and being able to understand these perspectives are going to be super important. And it's going to still require well rounded individuals to grasp that and connect those dots. The more well rounded you can be is going to be super important going forward. How do you do that? You expose yourself to things that maybe you're uncomfortable with, maybe things that aren't in your norm. I've got a whole other post here that I'll link about turning your weaknesses into strengths. That's all about being more well rounded. But I'm curious, what do you think? Tell me what I'm missing or what's wrong in my thought basis here. The liberal arts education that teaches you how to think and not what to think is back, baby. So that's it. Would love for you to leave a comment, tell me what I'm missing, tell me what I got right, and like and share and all the other good stuff. And with that, have a great one, everybody.